Hello, my wonderful viewers. Welcome to my platform. This is Linda's TV show. If it is your first time of coming across this channel and you like what you see after watching, please subscribe, put on your notification bell, set it to all notification. In that way, you'll be able to get notified each time I upload a new video, even those without notification. Here we react to all forms of videos, international and local. Every Saturday by 2 p.m. we have our interaction section. You are free to call in to air your opinion about the happenings in our society. Invite your friends, share my videos with your families and colleagues. Do not keep this information to yourself. Myself, I will be sitting down here to watch this video together with you from the beginning to the end. Then we'll go to the comment section and leave our comments, our opinion about the video we watch constructively.
Nobody is going to rise on this chamber to condemn or say anything negative about this motion. While he was going on, I was conferring with my brothers here, and I asked the first person, he says he's from North Central, the other person is from Southwest, and I am from Southeast. The question I want to put to all of us is, no part of Nigeria is safe. No part of Nigeria is safe. And when such issues come like this, that has to do with the lives of people, you will agree with me, just like on Monday, the attack on that train, the perpetrators of that act were not looking at any particular person from any part of the country, because anybody could have been in that train. So it's injury to all, to one, injury to all. We are not safe. But the truth is that let us not lay it at the door or summarize it as being political, because we will know where we were before 2015. I'm not sure we're any better. It is not about the failure of any one individual. All of us have failed. And we must acknowledge that the failure is that of all of us, not any particular person. Not too long ago, we were all shouting about the security chiefs. And the president listened and changed all of them. Where are we? I want to align myself with the last speaker that we have to go beyond just speaking from this place and do something drastic, something more revolutionary. I think that if we wake up one day and say we are not opening the doors of this chamber until something drastic is done, the Nigerians will take us very seriously. Because I want to believe that the security chiefs are overwhelmed with the situation. I listened to the vice president when he visited the scene of the attack in Kaduna. And I also listened to the Minister of Transportation. Something drastic has to be done. And all of us must lend our voice and let Nigerians know that we are concerned, because we are also not safe. Let us not wait until we are completely overwhelmed. The other day I read, I don't know whether it was last night, some attack in some part of Abuja. No part of this country is safe. I want to summarize my presentation with this saying in Igbo, and I try to interpret it in English so that you will understand. Eneke the bird said, since he's a little bird, said, since he found out that the hunter have learned to shoot without missing, that he has also learned to fly without perching. Because it's only when you perch that the hunter will aim and shoot accurately. Something drastic has to be done, and we are the leaders and we have to take the initiative. Mr. Speaker, honorable colleagues, we must shut the doors and tell ourselves the truth. We have to do something a little bit revolutionary before these people out there and Nigerians will understand that we are as worried, we are as concerned, much more than the motion that has been presented in this floor. Thank you very much.
Thank you. I will beg my colleagues to reduce the time for speaking so that we can take a little and then put the question. We are still on one item, and I think we did make progress. Honorable Dr. Michelia.
Thank you, Your Excellency. Distinguished honorable colleagues, I remain Honorable Dr. Haruna Michelia. I speak for the people of Askra Obahawul Federal Constituency of Borno State. Mr. Speaker, you know, when something has happened for a long time, people tend to forget. I concur with all the previous speakers, particularly our leader who spoke very well for all of us. But I want to remind the House that in Borno State is still simmering. In fact, there is a local government called Guzamala up till now, there's not a single soul living there in Borno State. And in my constituency, which is in the southern part, Mr. Speaker, recently, 3 communities were attacked. One in Gohilo ward called Klangar, where they destroyed and displaced people. Another in Ngulde, where my youth leader of APC was killed. And then in Gerha, in Kida ward, where they displaced people and destroyed their property. So this problem, like the previous speaker said, all over Nigeria, but let us not forget the initial epicenter of the confusion of insurgency, which is the Northeast. So I was thinking I was going to amend, but it's like, I think we should make it all over the country. There's nowhere that is safe, and something needs to be done drastically. And I want to commend your efforts. I saw you on television yesterday when you were talking to the representatives of the service chiefs. Something needs to be done drastically. I so submit, Mr. Speaker. Thank you.
Ali Ahmed.
My name is Nasser Ali Ahmed. I represent Nasara Federal Constituency, and I'm from Kano State. Mr. Speaker, I start with sympathizing with all the people that lost their lives, all the people that were kidnapped and injured in this horrible and tragic incident that happened in Kaduna. But Mr. Speaker, I have said it before in this chamber. From 2015, when this government came into power, how many service chiefs have we had? How many IGs of police have we had? Some have come and gone, but only one person has not been changed up till today, and that is the National Security Advisor. What is the job of the National Security Advisor? Do we have a National Security Advisor? All the agencies that have been mentioned, from the Army, Navy, Air Force, Police, DSS, all of these people, all these agencies are accountable to the National Security Advisor. Mr. Speaker, from the interviews that I heard of the people that survived the incident a few days ago, they said most of these criminals were 16, 17, 18-year-old boys with guns. Are we saying that the Nigerian Army, the Nigerian Navy, the Nigerian Air Force, the Nigerian Police, the DSS, with all the training that they have had, with all the international trainings that they have gone to, they have gone for peacekeepings, that a ragtag army of 16, 17, 18-year-old boys are more powerful than them? Mr. Speaker, this madness has to stop. It simply has to stop. You travel by road, you are kidnapped. You go by train, you are kidnapped. Last week, the airports were attacked by bandits. You sit at home, you are kidnapped. You send your children to school, they are kidnapped. Mr. Speaker, a few weeks ago, somebody was kidnapped in a hospital. So where are you going to stay? Where will you be? You can be kidnapped right in this chamber. Mr. Speaker, what do we tell our people? The people that elected us. Do we just fold our arms? Mr. Speaker, I want to use this opportunity again, and I'm calling for the resignation of the National Security Advisor. He must be removed. He must be removed.
I want to beg. No, please. The House, let us not be too emotional of course, we shall be emotional because of and concerned of what is happening. And
He has been there, Mr. Speaker, for 7 years.
Yes, my brother did mention about the request from both chambers to change the service chiefs. They have been changed. What has changed?
But what about the National Security Advisor?
Excuse me. The House should investigate. We have a matter before us. And I think if you carried out our work diligently, which I'm assuring you and Nigerians, that we should do our best to unravel. You remember there was a motion that was presented to the House. I presented that motion, referred to, latter. That committee was to investigate on the issue of missing arms, and it will help us to unravel. To this moment, we also have our own part. I must be frank, and we should be honest with ourselves. Go back to the judiciary. Among all the people that have been kidnapped, that have been arrested, how many prosecutions have we got in this country?
But
no, I'm speaking about what is rotten in our society. Is that prosecution? I will make a point of contact for you. Jos, you remember the case of General Kali?
yes,
Who was killed? People were arrested. And after the arrest, what happened? They were taken to court. Some people in dramatic manner, in handrest, want to defend those people. I'm telling you, from the intelligence side of it, the last attack that people were killed after on their way from Bauchi, among those people that did that were accused of that side were also arrested of the same offense. And to this moment, there's no a single prosecution. Is it the NSA? A lot of things is wrong in the country, and I join every Nigerian in terms of the outcry of what is happening. And this is the moment for us to stop through this oversight and assignment that has been given to us. We will do the work diligently and report back to the House. I will urge, let us stop at the investigative side. Let us not be conclusive. This is what a legislature should do more. Do the investigation, report back. If we find anybody wanting, we will not spare anybody.
Mr. Speaker.
But I don't want us to go into blame game. I don't want us to go into blame game. I beg of you.
Thank you very much,
Thank you.
Mr. Speaker. The only thing that I was saying, Mr. Speaker, if service chiefs can be changed at will, I see no reason why the person that they report to, that is supposed to oversight them, Mr. Speaker, I see no reason why he cannot be replaced. Nobody is indispensable, Mr. Speaker.
No, I'm not saying that. I'm simply begging you. Let's do our job. We have the opportunity now to tally and clean, and we'll return. We'll come back to the House. We will not spare anybody.
I thank you very much, Mr. Speaker. But Mr. Speaker, before I sit down, I would also like to urge this honorable House to please have a minute of silence for those that lost their lives.
Thank you. Yes, sir. I want to beg of you that we have spoken so much, and I think we can take the whole day. It may not give us the desired result. It was Jah I recognize, elder. Yes, sir. But I will get back to you. No, we don't have minority in this matter. We have National Assembly.
Mr. Speaker, honorable colleagues, Jah Babao is my name. I represent the most terrorized constituency of Chibok, Dambua, and Goza, and the remaining 107 not yet recovered Chibok girls. Mr. Speaker, honorable colleagues, let me start by sympathizing with victims of the latest security attack in the country, the victims of train attack by bandits. Mr. Speaker, we have been lamenting on the floor of this House, and it's to a public knowledge, that impediment variable is a mere challenge at the point of origin, but it becomes a very large problem at the point of destination if and only if what is needful is not done. Mr. Speaker, there is no way we can finish this war without doing a revolution in the security architecture on one hand and the National Assembly on the other hand. It's a record, and let me use this opportunity to refresh our memory. Army alone gutted 420 billion in 2020 budget. Only 16 billion for capital expenditure. The remaining 406 billion were for recurrent expenditure. In addition to this, there was 100 billion naira allocated for Operation Lafia Dole. In 2021, we budgeted 460 billion for Nigerian Army alone. Only 29 billion was for capital expenditure. The remaining were for recurrent expenditure. In 2022, we budgeted 571 billion for Nigerian Army alone. Only 37 billion is for capital expenditure. The remaining were recurrent expenditure. Mr. Speaker, the truth of the matter is security in Nigeria has become a cash cow business. I am not willing to go without taking my own, and he is not willing to go without taking his own, and the other person is not willing to leave until when he got his own turn. It's just like a medical doctor putting professionalism on one hand aside. You presented a patient. As a patient relative, you said, okay, every month I will give you 100 million naira until when the patient recovers or otherwise. The doctor will make sure that particular patient did not die, and he will continue to maintain that he did not recover, because he will keep on tapping the money. It's a simple analysis, and every simple person can understand. Mr. Speaker, it's a cash cow business. They don't want it to finish, because they realize that everybody's attention was diverted towards Northeast. Okay, let them relieve Northeast to some extent and move to Northwest. After Northwest, they move to Southwest. Before you realize what is happening, the whole country is gutted with security challenges. Another thing, somebody brought the issue of National Security Advisor. We are making one mistake in making appointment, particularly in security architect. One, there is no way you can appoint a Major General or Brigadier General to be a National Security Advisor and issue directives to a Lieutenant General. Ideally, if you are going to appoint National Security Advisor or Defense Minister, try and appoint a full-fledged Nigerian Army General who was one time Chief of Defense Staff. Nobody clinched that particular position until when he was appointed, so everybody must comply. Lastly, about resolution on the floor of this House. I'm happy today that everybody has concern now. When I was speaking on behalf of my constituency, in this chamber, a honorable member raised up and said, if my people are displaced, how did I manage to win election? He didn't know that my election was conducted in IDP camps based on Geneva Convention resolution. Two, a member in this floor wrote a letter of commendation to one of the service chiefs that he is doing good. I got the copy of the letter. I know the honorable member, but I know the time I will scandalize him to the extent that the whole world will look down on him. I will not mention his name. I will deal with him personally. Excuse me. No, I have to tell you the truth.
Honorable Jaha.
Because
Honorable Jaha.
it's a betrayal. No. Speaker, I said, I am ready to give out my life if people in the Northeast can live in peace.
Honorable Jaha, be guided, Honorable Jaha.
Yes, I understand. Mr. Speaker, it's a betrayal to 359 members for a honorable member to write a commendation letter to a service chief commending him of doing good job while Nigerians are dying. I will not mention his name.
Be guided, Honorable Jaha, be guided.
Maybe, colleagues, I want to beg of us. When you want to say you want to scandalize, yes, you have the opportunity to speak on the floor. But I think we have rules of debate and we have procedures as to what we should say. Foul language is not accepted and it's not acceptable by our own rules. When you say you want to scandalize somebody, is that the intent of why you are here? I don't think so. Thank you. Yes.
With the leave of the House,
Come and see what's going on.
no, it's working. And with my own leave, Mr. Speaker, I was emotionally touched to make that particular statement because it was so painful. And we're all aware we cannot be on our comfort zone while our constituents are dying like animals. That is why I made that particular emotional out. But I'm using this opportunity to withdraw on behalf of the House that I'm not going to scandalize him and I'm not going to deal with him. Thank you.
Thank you. Yes, after, is it the turn? You say opposition? But you know I have the list number in these chambers.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. Right Honorable colleagues, Dachu Musa Bagos, representing the good, great people of Jos South, Jos East Federal Constituency. I'm from Plateau State. Mr. Speaker, honorable colleagues,
Thank you so much, my wonderful viewers, for watching this video together with me from the beginning to the end. Like I said before, if you like what you see here, if you like what I do in this platform, as you have finished watching this video, please hit that red button that says subscribe and put on your notification bell to all notification. In that way, you'll be able to know when I upload a new video. Share my videos, leave your comments in the comment section constructively. Until I meet your way again in my next video, I still remain your Linda's TV show. Bye-bye.